My mall trip was a semi-success. How cute! This is so cute. I'm obsessed. This era of life is really about getting back to the root of who we are. I'm currently in the mall. I need to make a return. Well, I'm trying to see if I can exchange something. But I'm in the mall in North Jersey and I haven't been here in a while, and they haven't a Kyrah, so we gotta go in. My mall trip was a semi-success. I was trying to find a wallet, and I can't find the Coach wallet that I want in stores anywhere. But you know what? It's fine. I did get a cute little bag charm for my bag. I'll show you guys in a little bit. Okay. How cute. Let me show you. That light should go off in a second. How freaking cute is this bag charm? Wait. Cute. Look at this. This is so cute. I'm obsessed. I am obsessed. This is from Chelsea 28, so it's in like a Nordstrom exclusive. They had some from Bobble Bar, and they had some from another brand. Can't think. But girl, please. Like, I could not leave this at the store. There's no way in good conscience I could leave this at the store. I just couldn't. So I'm gonna put it on my bag. Then we gotta head to this cafe to get some work done. I had to come to North Jersey, well, Central Jersey. That's up for debate depending on who you're talking to, but it's definitely giving Central Jersey, but based off the fact that I live in South Jersey, I had to come up north, okay, to meet up with a friend of mine because one of my friends is getting ready to move to Houston, Texas, and I had to grab some things from her before she goes. Should I put it on the side with the Coach tag? Yeah, right? Or Coach tag for sure. This is so cute! How cute! This is so cute. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. All right, y'all, it's already 12 o'clock, okay? The day is getting away from us. So let's go ahead and get to this coffee place so that I can get some work done, okay? One thing about me, you know, I'm never too far from a Whole Foods. Okay. I came to get something from the hot bar because your girl's hungry. I'm tired. Get a little salad, a little something, child. Their hot bar looks way better than ours. Okay. All right, Metuchen. They have a wok. What is this?
You don't have to. You don't have to do it.
So what meat is that right now? Okay, I'll do one.
Well, you want.
How many do I get to pick?
As many as you want.
Okay, I would love no cheese, bread on it. And maybe just a little bit of broccoli. Thank you. I don't know if you're trying to do, but if you give me the ticket, I can go pay for it and come back. Thank you so much. All right, I'll be back. Thank you. I'm currently driving home right now in traffic. Overall today I was able to get a good amount of stuff done. I have been posting on YouTube Shorts lately, like way more, and I have been seeing so much success with that. So I'm officially a YouTube Shorts girly. This era of life is really about getting back to the root of who we are. And what I mean by that is not in a way of going backwards, but just in a way of like, a lot of times I feel like when we're growing up, we, as kids, they say we are the most pure forms of ourselves. So that's when your vision of who you are and what you really want to do is clearest. I think also just in terms of like what you want to do, what you don't want to do, the things you like, don't like, so on and so forth, is the most clear. And I feel like, you know, when you get older, at least for me in my journey, as I've gotten older, when I went through college, and then after college, there was so much, you know, trying to conform to who I thought I was supposed to be, or trying to conform to the career I thought I was supposed to have, and coming up in the girl boss era, like thinking that everything in my life was supposed to revolve around my career, and then also kind of throwing myself into achieving goals. So like going to college, going to grad school, getting a high-paying job, moving to a nice apartment, moving to a nicer apartment, like traveling from city to city, right? There were all of these, I don't know even know if I want to call it a goal, because they weren't necessarily things that I was mapping out like it's something I want to achieve, but more so just like accomplishments that I was super hyper fixated on, to where other areas of my life, like we are full, complete human beings, right? Other areas of my life weren't being as nurtured. And so now in this season on the rediscovery journey, it's really all about getting back to the root of the things I feel really excited about doing, the type of life that I want to live, figuring out how to really cultivate a holistic life for myself that prioritizes family, relationships, making money, of course, building wealth, having fun, like all of the things, right? Rather than it just being like, okay, you're just gonna grind and grind and grind and grind, and then when you finish grinding, or when you reach a place of a certain level of stability, then you'll think about all that other stuff. I really don't feel like that's sustainable, and obviously it depends a lot on who you are, what your goals are, what your motivation is, what your situation is, right? There's so many different things going on, but I feel like for a lot of us as women, we can really throw ourselves into like this working woman era, this boss girl era, because it's what we see people around us doing, because we're told, you know, in this day and age, like, we're independent women. We do the things, we move and shake just the same way that men do. And so it's like, of course we have ambitions and we have goals, and we should, let me be clear, but I just think there's something really beautiful about figuring out who you are and, you know, what matters most to you, and then making sure you're cultivating a life around those things, rather than trying to fit that into your life after you've already filled your plate up. Does that make sense? That is what I am working on in my own life, personally, professionally, all the things. Like, just really trying to continue to be a well-rounded person, still trying to figure out how to get this money by tomorrow, okay? Like, still trying to get the bag, child, because the bag don't sleep. And, you know, we have people we want to serve, things we want to buy, places we want to be, people we need to see. So obviously, like, that costs money. So I'm not saying, you know, just throw the career out or anything like that, but just level setting adjustments, I think, is important. And if you have people in your life, if you have, you know, a family, a relationship, a partner, like, just being thoughtful about the direction that you want to go in, that y'all want to go in collectively, and being honest with yourself about that. I feel like everybody's path really is going to look different, and we do ourselves such a disservice. I'm really Kyrah, note to self. We do ourselves such a disservice when we're constantly worried about, we're comparing ourselves to, you know, what somebody else's timeline looks like, what their highlight reel looks like, what, you know, how their path played out, and then thinking that if your path isn't playing out in that same way, that something's wrong with you, or, you know, there's something off about you. And the whole time it's like, sis, that could not be further from the truth. Like, literally could not be further from the truth. So that's me. That's what I'm trying to accomplish out here in these streets, just getting 1% better every day. I'm excited. I don't have all the answers. I'm not even close to having all the answers, but I feel like operating in the authenticity of who we are, operating in our, you know, our God-given talents and skills and strengths, taking time to nourish that, to nurture that, to gain clarity on it and actually act on it, that right there, I'm quite sure is the master key. And I'm really excited, like, to come back a year from now to this video, to be able to see how far we've come, to be able to see how did it work? How did it play out? I know it's going to work. It's just a matter of staying in it long enough and, you know, continuing to do the things that we need to do, working on ourselves, enjoying life, all of the things, and showing up in the way that we need to show up so that we can get the results we are looking to achieve, whether that's in the gym, whether that's in your relationship, whether that's with your relationship with yourself, whether that is in your career, your love life, maybe you want to move, like, you know, whatever you want to do. Maybe you're in school, maybe you're trying to achieve something. Join a community, start a community, leave a community, child. Listen, the list goes on. But this right here, this Act 2 era that I'm calling it, I like her. I like her a lot. Ugh, okay, gotta go. Bye.